Mga kababayan, natanong nyo na rin ba sa sarili ninyo kung gaano ba kahirap ang buhay ng isang public servant?
To be honest, medyo po nagtatampo kami about my father.
Sa tingin ko nga, wala na nga time sa inyo eh.
Alam nyo, para sa akin, kahit ang pinakamatapang na header, may mga sakripisyong ginagawa yan na hindi natin nakikita.
Lagi nga niya sinasabi sa amin na babawi siya sa family.
At madalas, ang pinaka-apektado nito ay ang kanyang pamilya.
Napatay siya kay mommy.
Ngayon, sabay-sabay nating balikan at pakinggan mismo mula sa mga anak ni Yorme Isko Moreno ang totoong kwento.
It's so bizarre.
We know how baboy he is. My God, they're screaming over him. Natatawa na lang kami.
Ang hirap, luha at sakripisyong ginawa ni Yorme, hindi lang para sa kanyang pamilya, kung hindi para sa buong bayan ng Maynila.
If we ran just because we can win, we'd be running for the wrong reasons.
Since malayo naman tayo sa mom mo, wag natin tingnan, and yung dad mo, kanino kayo mas close?
Oh, you first.
I am a daddy's girl.
Daddy's girl.
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy. Mama's boy. Definitely.
Big mama's boy.
Anong big
daddy's girl. Papa? Ano, Papa? Ano din yung makeup?
No!
Papa, do you want a massage?
Yes.
Wanna massage?
Magaling magbola.
Papa, can you buy me this makeup?
Kasi guys, hindi ako makakabili ng gusto ko without a little hard work. And if that requires me to massage his smelly feet, I will do it. I will do it. Many times in a day.
Pag kwento ng dad mo na galing siyang basurero, kumakain siya ng pagpag, how do you feel about it? Nakaka-relate kayo? Nakakahiya ba? Or what?
No, of course not.
Pag, sa race, how Papa raised us.
Yeah, yes.
He always told us these stories. Yung mga lessons about sa life.
Guys, 2 hours yung sermon na yan.
Ulit lang yung kwento.
Pero na-understand namin, ayaw niya lang iparamdam sa amin yung naramdaman niya sa buhay niya.
That's true.
And that's his whole work. Ayaw niya paramdam sa tao din yung kasi galing siya sa babae, galing siya sa pinakawala. So understand niya yung hirap at yung sakit na wala kang makain, kakain ka ng tira-tira.
We were fortunate enough not to have experienced that. And both my mom and my papa, growing up, have always told us that we just want to give you the things that, we never had as kids. So we were very fortunate enough to have such caring, giving parents.
Like, kahit nasa Tondo po kami,
Shout out, Mom.
natira kami sa Tondo.
Shout out Isko.
Nakabantay si
Hindi nila
mami.
pinaparamdam na mahirap kami. Kahit nung panahon na yun, mahirap talaga kami.
Pero nag-start kayo as mahirap, di ba?
Mahirap
Not
umpisa.
necessarily
Hindi,
mahirap.
akala
Not necessarily.
medyo
Humble
okay.
beginnings, dog.
Humble beginnings.
Humble
Yes.
beginnings is the word.
Humble
Like,
beginnings.
Kasi by that time, artista na siya.
I was born and we were living in a townhouse thing na we had to rent, I think, 17K a month, so around that price. I'm not sure, but so we had to pay rent to live in the one floor house. Actually, one floor siya, pero sa kabilang part nun, may extra floor. Tapos doon kaming kids, tapos may extra room lang sa pinaka-top na yun. Tapos doon sila ni mommy and papa sa maliit na room sa top floor.
May mga rats dito. May mga rats pa yung bathroom. I would remember the rats. Laki talaga nila.
A lot of centipedes, a lot of cockroaches.
We would
Pero
wake up.
at nung time na yun, parang normal lang siya kasi we see it every day. But you come to realize na
That's not
ito yung kahirapan ng tao. Ito yung mga
what they
normal
see.
sa buhay nila kahit hindi siya dapat.
Honestly though, our neighbors were those types of people. Like
Normal na.
normal and
They're happy.
they're
Sa
I
mga
guess they're
nakikinig,
happy.
syempre, they're thinking, swerte kayo, dad mo, si Isko, mom mo, si Daini, parang, naging maayos na yung family. So, anong advantage and disadvantage being having the kind of mom and dad sa experience nila? Diba? Yung hirap, ngayon nasa politics. Syempre, yung mga iba, hindi nila na-experience sa experience ninyo eh. So, anong advantage and disadvantage?
Who's gonna start?
Okay, well,
As honest as you can.
yeah. Well, I feel like because we didn't have to go through the hardships that my papa went through, maybe we didn't necessarily have the same mentality as him, because for him he'd always have to fend for himself and provide for himself, and he didn't have much to begin with. And kami naman, we were fortunate enough to be blessed with things like a nice house, some food, some clothes, and I can't say that we can relate to what my dad experienced, but his stories always inspire us to be better. It's a constant reminder that if he can do it, why can't we? And he did it from nothing. So the advantage is that we have amazing parents as role models who are strong and very hardworking. And perhaps a disadvantage.
Ano disadvantage?
What is a disadvantage?
I have ideas.
Okay.
Bulong mo na lang sa akin dito. Yeah, sige.
The
Yeah.
pros are what he said, which is true. But I think the disadvantage is that knowing that our dad isn't an ordinary person, he obviously, as you can tell, he was really born to do something greater than what he can do for his family, greater than being a dad, greater than being a husband. I feel like he was born for a bigger purpose, for the people, to affect the lives of thousands of Filipinos, and at the expense of not being able to give all his time for us, because I don't think his path in life was meant to be just a dad there. It was meant to change and to upgrade, develop the livelihood of Manileños, and that is what is at cost, the ability to bond more with him. I mean, sorry, not the ability, the time.
The time.
The time spent, that's what we lose. That's what
Medyo,
we sacrifice.
to be honest, medyo po nagtatampo kami about my father.
Sa tingin ko nga, wala na nga time sa inyo.
Yeah, but
minsan yun na
here's the thing though. That's true. And sometimes we get sad because we don't get to see him as much. But when we see what he's able to do for the city of Manila, whenever he's not with
mga
us,
buildings, mga schools.
buildings, houses, food, feeding programs, and obviously the COVID response, we think that it's worthwhile.
Parang,
Like, it's worth it.
kumbaga parang siyang superhero. Alam mo yung mga superhero, lagi nakukulangan sa oras. Kasi imbis na nandun sila para sa pamilya nila, nandun sila
Parang
nagtulong.
sinong superhero?
Superman.
Superman.
Kasi pogi din eh.
Pogi din.
And I,
Pero gets me yung point na he wants to be there. He wants to be there for us. Pero he's trying to help everybody.
And
Everybody.
at the bottom line is, I think it's selfish to think and to make tampo, because this isn't about us.
It's not about us.
It's
To make
about
tampo,
a lot of people.
against whom?
Papa.
Papa,
Kayo ang magtatampo. I care na kayo.
Yeah, we
Pero hindi kami yung ganun. Kasi pag tatay mo isang businessman, hindi sumasama sa mga family bondings.
Oh, wala na.
Parang dun ka magtampo. Kasi it's a choice of business lang naman eh. Pero yung
He can make
choice ni
time.
Papa,
I feel like
it's about helping people.
It's about helping people.
Saka hindi
People's
time pa rin.
people's lives, their livelihood. That's what's at stake. So
if we take that time from him, parang we're also saying na lessen the time you have to help people who really need help to spend emotional time with us, which is something I think we can get later on in life when we're older and when he's maybe not in politics, or maybe when he's retired, yung mga ganon.
Lagi nga niya sinasabi sa amin na babawi siya sa family
Yeah.
niya.
Sunday, every
Yeah.
Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Nandun si
Every
Papa.
Sunday.
If not, pag sa mga...
not patay siya kay mommy.
Ayun. Pero na like, if not Sunday, may mga vacation din, nandun si Papa, hindi siya nag-work, just us. Just us.
Sa interview na ito, ikinwento ng mga anak ni Yorme kung paano sila lumaki habang nakikita ang kanilang ama na halos buong oras ay inilalaan sa paglilingkod sa lungsod ng Maynila. Nakakatawa nga mga kababayan, tinawag pa siya ng isa sa kanyang mga anak na superhero. Pero sa likod ng pagiging superhero na ito, may mga oras na hindi nila nakakasama ang kanilang ama. Hindi dahil hindi niya sila mahal, kundi dahil mas pinili niyang unahin ang kapakanan ng libu-libong batang Maynila. Grabe mga kababayan, ramdam na ramdam ko ang sakit na sinasabi ng mga anak ni Yorme dito. Sabi nga nila, superhero ang turing nila sa kanilang ama. Hindi lang bilang tatay, kundi bilang leader na handang magsakripisyo para sa iba. Imagine nyo to mga kababayan. Bilang anak, natural lang na gusto mong makasama ang iyong ama. lalo na sa mga special na okasyon. Pero sa kaso nila, kailangan nilang intindihin na hindi lang sila ang pinaglilingkuran ni Yorme, kung hindi ang buong lungsod ng Maynila. Ito yung klase ng kwento na nagpapaalala sa atin na ang pagiging public servant ay hindi lang trabaho. Ito ay isang tawag ng tungkulin. At para kay Yorme, malinaw na kaya niyang isakripisyo ang oras kasama ang pamilya para lamang masigurong walang bata ang magugutom, walang pamilyang mapapabayaan. Pero mga kababayan, napapaisip din ako dito. Sana maipaalam ito kay Yorme Isko Moreno mismo. Hindi lang para makita natin ang pagiging makatao niya, kundi para maintindihan natin kung gaano kabigat ang responsibilidad na daladala niya araw-araw. Mahirap kasi mag-judge agad kung wala tayong pruweba. At eto na nga, mismong pamilya niya ang nagsasabi kung anong totoong sakripisyo na ginagawa niya. Alam niyo mga kababayan, dito natin makikita ang maturity ng mga anak ni Yorme. Kahit nasasaktan sila, naiintindihan nila na mas mahalaga muna kapakanan ng bayan. Sabi nga nila, selfish kung magtatampo sila dahil hindi nila nakakasama ang kanilang ama. Dahil ang kapalit noon ay libu-libong buhay na natutulungan. At totoo naman, makikita natin ang mga proyekto ng Maynila mula sa mga bagong gusali, feeding programs hanggang sa COVID response na tunay na nagbago sa buhay ng mga tao. Mga kababayan, ang pagiging leader ay hindi madali. Kailangan mong magsakripisyo, minsan pati oras kasama ang iyong pamilya. At dito natin mas nakikita kung gaano kalaki ang puso ni Yorme para sa Maynila. Kayo, anong masasabi ninyo? Tama lang ba na unahin ni Yorme ang bayan kesa sa pamilya o dapat balansehin niya pareho? I-comment nyo sa ibaba at tumusapan natin. At syempre, huwag kalimutang i-like at i-share para mas marami pang makaalam ng kwentong ito. Ako nga pala ang Kuya Jay nyo na palaging nagpapaalala sa inyo na dapat alam mo to.